Title of the story: Quiet. In the beginning, mysterious silence. There was a small house in an old and dense forest of the city, where a young man named Zian lived. Zian was a simple, hard-working, and talkative boy. The log called him Quiet Zian, because he did not speak much, but he could see and understand a lot. Zian's job was to guard a warehouse at night. This warehouse belonged to a famous businessman of the city, Sikandar Malik, who used to hire many naiks and sharifs from Bihar. But no one knows the inside story. The first decade. One night, Zian saw some people hiding inside the warehouse. They had masks on their faces and bags in their hands. Zian saw on the camera screen that the bags were full of illegal documents and cash. At that time he thought, "That's it. But if I speak, my job will be lost." Oh, quiet road. But we were in the night wind.
Uski nin hamesha ke liye ulgai.
The burden of silence. Something new happened every night. Sometimes cash came. Sometimes files were burned. Sometimes someone's name was mentioned who would die in an accident in the news the next day. Zian was watching everything, but he was not speaking.
Uskimaa aksar kehti.
Son, silence is also a sin sometimes. These words began to pierce his heart. A battle of conscience. One day Zian found an AIK pendrive in the warehouse office. We had all the recordings, all the evidence, and the entire record of the country's ganas. Zian's hands started shaking. If you all give to the police, his life is in danger. Mother will be left alone. If you keep quiet, the sinner will escape. The innocent will continue to be killed. This was the most difficult decision of our lives. And Hira Faisal. One night Sikandar Malik called Zian.
Usay samaj aagaya.
K. Shayad, his silence is now a threat to Sikandar too. Sikandar smiled and said, "You are very loyal. What do I want you to always be silent?" And then he put a briefcase full of money with Zian. The silence breaks. Zian looked up for the first time, and looked into Sikandar's eyes. "You say Laga Jays. You are not money, but his soul was the price. Usan surf it nakaha. I am silent, not blind." And our night, Zian went straight to the police station. With a pen drive. Storm. The next day, a storm broke out in the city. Sikandar Malik was arrested. The media was filled with news. The login was heard by a silent security guard. How such a big truth was leaked. But the story did not end here. The price. Zian started getting threats. Uski naukri chali gai. Friends became doors. One night, the spring of the house.
Ay kahat padata.
He does not leave those who speak the truth alive. Us rat Zian bohat roya. But then his mother said, "Son, if you had kept quiet, you would have been dead even if you were alive." The last scene. Something good. Zian got a job in an NGO. That exposed corruption. Wu still didn't speak much, but he spoke the truth. Sher's log of Yusei is called Silent Known.